Built to Last is brought to you by the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council Labor Management Committee and Armstrong Ceilings. Faster, easier, better.
Welcome to Built to Last. I'm Mark Nilsson. We're here at the Apprenticeship and Training Center in Kansas City, Missouri. Built to Last presents stories about the men and women of the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council and the projects they're working on throughout Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, and eastern Iowa. Ever since Herbert Hoover, presidential libraries have been built to honor our nation's leaders. The Mid-America Carpenters are proud to be using their skills on one of these libraries, and in doing so, maintaining the legacy of our 44th president.
The Obama Presidential Center is a campus. When we think of a campus, we don't think of enclosure, but because we're in a park, it's open and it's accessible.
This site right here is walking distance from the lakefront. It's very accessible. You're about 15 minutes from downtown Chicago, and it's just a perfect location.
We have several buildings on our campus. We have the museum tower that will hold our permanent and our special exhibitions, which total over 25,000 square feet, where people will learn about the history that brought President Obama to his historic election and administration.
The Obama Presidential Center is being built on 19.3 acres in Jackson Park on the south side of Chicago. And it is truly going to be the center of being an economic catalyst, not only on the south side of Chicago, but for all of Chicago.
The muscle behind the Obama Presidential Center is workers from the skilled building trades, including the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council.
Mid-America, they train you, they teach you all aspects of what a carpenter is. They teach you the drywall aspect, the concrete aspect, and most of all, they teach you how to be a leader.
Not only are they part of it from a craft perspective, but just good partners in ensuring that the tradespeople have consistent training, that they are safety trained, and that they have the additional skills and the resources to continue support in building this campus in a very safe way.
It's going to be something that you don't typically see in presidential libraries, and there is a big focus on making it not just to blend in with the community, but to be in and of the community, so that there's places and spaces like the Chicago Public Library branch where anyone can come and go. There's no admission fee. There will be observation decks where you can go and look at the city, and it's really meant to be for the community.
The contractors on the project are the Lakeside Alliance, a unique collaboration of minority-owned construction firms who work closely with the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council.
Often what happens is minority-owned businesses or minority contractors, we partner up individually with different majority contractors, and we compete against each other for a project such as this.
We use the term that the whole world is watching. About 2 years before Obama left office, we knew that there was going to be a presidential library built. And two of the gentlemen who we normally compete against got together and said, we need to form an alliance and change the narrative of how construction projects are bid.
We thought for something as significant as our nation's first Black president building his legacy library in Chicago, we needed to approach that with a different frame of mind. So we, as 4 Black-owned contractors, partnered together, and we are the lead in the construction management team, which we believe is unprecedented.
We've truly become a team. The culture that we have on the job site is we're Lakeside Alliance. It's a very healthy, comfortable relationship. We all have our strengths, we all have things we need to work on, and we work on them as a team. And it's really been a rewarding experience.
A lot of contractors speak it, but they not only preached it, but it's been put into place, they practice it every day.
It does give me a sense of pride because I went from just seeing him as the president to building his library. And then when it's done, you can just look back and say, oh, I built that. That's gonna be a great story for my kids.
And part of that pride stems from the commitment to diversity in the workforce that comes from the Lakeside Alliance and the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council.
I think when you have a project that is as once in a lifetime opportunity as this, it has the ability to change the trajectory and change the lives of so many young people if you are able to put this on your resume.
The building's a building. I mean, it's historic, it's complex, it's challenging, but it's happening in a community, and it's building members of the community.
This project will be of great magnitude for the community. I thank the president for pushing to have it built in the community that he came from, and I can't say enough about that. I'm grateful to be a part of the building the OPC. There's only going to be one, and I'm a part of it.
Armstrong takes pride in making a positive difference in people's lives. With the broadest portfolio in the industry and proven technical performance, contractors can install with confidence. Our ceiling construction expertise, training, and pre-engineered solutions make it seamless to transition from one end of the building to the other. Solutions like Frame-All drywall grid, including simple soffit prefabricated bend and click soffit framing, the faster, easier, better way to build from Armstrong.
Whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, community, or utility-scale solar systems, developers throughout the Midwest are integrating renewable energy systems into a variety of businesses and construction developments, and this demand is growing every day. The Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council are the skilled energy professionals in building and installing sustainable, precision-built structures, adding value at all the stages of construction.
They're able to look for key advantages that we might be able to implement to install them faster and better.
From solar arrays to wind turbine developments, the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council provides a professional, skilled, local workforce to build these renewable energy developments throughout the Midwest, providing the highest quality and safety standards in the industry. Insist on the best in delivering your project needs, on time and within budget.
Welcome back to Built to Last. As our country's infrastructure ages, rebuilding it has become a national priority. In central Missouri, skilled tradespeople are working to rebuild a bridge that isn't well known, but is vital to the entire country.
It's considered the linchpin of America.
Right in the middle of Missouri, just outside of Columbia, is a bridge that carries traffic on I-70 across the Missouri River.
It has so much traffic. There's so many people in and out. It's a huge freight corridor.
It's I-70, so it gets an enormous amount of traffic between St. Louis and Kansas City.
The Missouri Department of Transportation estimates that just under $100 billion of freight is transported across this bridge every year.
The original Rocheport Bridge was built to service I-70 through this area over the Missouri River. This stretch of corridor was open to traffic in 1960. We want a quality, long-lasting bridge that will fulfill its design life of 100 years, and that really comes from having quality work.
We work very closely with the Mid-American Carpenters. Right now it has 2 lanes in each direction. We're going to have 3 lanes and emergency passing on either side, so technically that's 5 lanes.
Say there is a maintenance need in the future, we can completely close one side of the interstate and still have 2 full lanes in either direction, traveling and with virtually no impact.
They wanted more cars to be able to cross it, and they wanted it to last a long time.
The existing lanes, they don't have a shoulder, so when you have an accident, especially right on the bridge, there's no way for rescue to get to the location of the traffic accident.
Public safety isn't the only reason the bridge needs to be rebuilt. Road traffic today is much heavier than when the bridge was first built.
The existing bridge is very beautiful to look at, but it is currently in poor condition. I don't know that anybody foresaw this route being at the capacity it is.
It's not as safe to travel over this bridge with high traffic volume that we have traveling daily over there.
I-70 really is at full capacity now with 2 lanes in each direction. So to shut down even 1 lane, let alone both lanes, it just completely puts travel through this area at a complete stop.
With a project this big and important, who does the general contractor Lunda turn to get the job done?
Because of previous projects in the area using Mid-America Carpenters, we know the class of people we're going to get, and we rely on them to produce those people.
Not only does the Mid-America Carpenters provide skilled carpenters, but they also have access to manpower who can travel to rural destinations such as this one.
We have such resources for manpower. It's such a team effort that it's not just me or just Central Missouri. We can pull people from Kansas City, St. Louis, that were bridge guys.
Mainly I like the bridge work. I like the big bridges like us.
The bridge carpenter is a very specialized carpenter. You're dealing with concrete formwork, you're dealing with heights, you're dealing with a lot of safety concerns, you're dealing with the weather, you're over water. So you need that person that's been trained and specialized for that work.
Having carpenters with training like rigging or signaling right off the bat is almost a necessity.
Construction sites pose many dangers for individuals who walk through them. Trip hazards, dust, slick conditions, dropped objects are just a few of the many hazards possible.
On a job like this, with so many potential hazards, numerous precautions are put into place, like using specialized fall protection.
On the hardware, make sure everything buckles. One of the more important parts is what I call the D-ring. That's the big ring on the back where they're connected. We'll call it tying off. It literally takes 5 minutes to inspect a harness. And I just encourage them to do the same thing for a good reason. My job is very simple, to do as much as I can do to make sure they go home every day and to keep them safe.
Lunda and the Mid-America Carpenters aren't just looking at this bridge as a job for today. They are also working on building up the next generation of skilled tradesmen and women.
We do some outreach along with Lunda to the schools and stuff to bring in new members for this.
Lunda has developed a STEM program, which is where we try to encourage all children to even know that this kind of work is available.
STEM is short for science, technology, engineering, and math. That's a suite of curriculum that is taught in schools. Also is very involved in the work that we do here on the construction site. And so what we have tried to do is to create a curriculum that will allow kids to learn about our project as we're moving forward in this design build process.
So many parents and so many kids have that you have to go to college mindset, and the truth is you can be just as successful, possibly more, and go straight into the trades.
College is definitely an opportunity, but working in the trades is wonderful work. There are many opportunities to be a part of the fabric of your community.
While the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council provides careers with great training, outstanding pay, and amazing benefits, perhaps the best thing it provides is the sense of work worth being proud of.
I love bringing my kids out on the bridges I've done, being able to drive over them and tell them that I built that.
Want a great career? Join the Carpenters Union and be part of the next generation building our communities. With the Carpenters Union Career Connections program, high school students get a head start on the industry's leading curriculum. Learn the latest in construction technology and the many skilled crafts the Carpenters Union represents. Plus, earn as you learn. Receive a nice paycheck, health insurance benefits, and best of all, no college debt. Ask your school district to participate in the Career Connections program and get started on your future.
Unions need a collective voice, just like workers do. We built the Midwest Coalition of Labor to bring unions together to provide valuable benefits beyond the health care and retirement that their members already receive. Because we know that with numbers, there is strength. Strength that gives us the purchasing power to negotiate the best supplemental benefits that our members deserve at the lowest cost possible. Because united we bargain, divided we beg. Contact the MCL to see how your union can join our growing coalition.
Welcome back to Built to Last. The Mid-America Carpenters' pursuit to introduce the skilled trades to young people as a career choice can be challenging, but there is one program changing that.
PATS. It's Pre-Apprentice Tactical Training School.
The PATS program is a 3-week program. It's an intense, hands-on tactical training that provides a great opportunity to get in the trench with tools that they typically wouldn't get experience with until that first day on the job.
We have people from all kinds of different diverse backgrounds. We have people that come through the program that are having problems with money.
It's very important in St. Louis. If you have a job, that will decrease crime. It sounded wonderful to me, so I jumped right into it.
There's no cost to start the PATS program, but there is a cost associated with training. So the longer that we can retain someone in our industry, the better off for everyone.
Keep the board the same way. We're gonna pull from the right end.
Contractors love it. They get a chance to hear what we're saying about the student. They actually will come out and scout these people like a baseball player.
Over the last 3 months, a lot of our hiring engine, or a lot of the people we're hiring on, are coming out of this class because, let's say the phone's not ringing like it used to ring.
We have contractors wanting the whole class.
We'll come out and we'll size up and see who's what, and we have particular needs, and I'm kind of seeing if anybody has any particular skills, stronger in one suit than another. Kind of get to know the guys, see how their work ethic is, how they're moving in here in the shop.
The 3 weeks are very intense. It's held majority of it outside, as most of our job sites are, and they're required to do everything that a first-term apprentice would be required to do on the job.
I don't think you're trying to squeeze a 4-year or 5-year apprenticeship into a 3-week class. You know, you're packing lumber in here, you're going to be sheeting a subfloor, you're going to be moving a lot of material. It's physically demanding work.
The only thing that bothers me is not knowing if I'm actually physically strong enough and if I'm going to be able to keep up.
I did it. They're teaching them some very basic stuff. They know what a 2x4 is, a 2x10 versus a 2x8 versus whatever.
We have them pack material. They develop their own technique on packing lumber, drywall, plywood, flooring, whatever it might be. We try to be as realistic to that job site as possible.
I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna make it. I know I can. If I did today, and I know that this is what I want to do, just seeing myself do the little bit that I've done, I've proven to myself already that I can do it.
During this 3 weeks that they're here, they're not paid. So we're trying to go down and find avenues that will be able to help us help these people go through those 3 weeks, because it's a hard time not to be paid.
Some contractors go so far as to pay PATS participants for their time in the class through various sponsorship programs.
What we've done at Perrick is we've sponsored them, so knowing that they're going to be 3 weeks in a training program, basically without a paycheck, and as long as they graduate the program and are in good standings, we put them right to work.
If the student graduates, he or she walks away with a complete set of first-term tools that equates to about $350.
After the 3 weeks is done, we actually place the student, we place them with a contractor, and then that week 4 of our program, they actually are off on the job site.
At this point, PATS graduates became first-year Mid-America Carpenters apprentices.
They show up ready to go, and just the drive that they have from the mentorship from the PATS program is remarkable, what we see here.
What they don't see that I can see is they're going to be able to name their price down the road. You're going to learn that skill set where you can build your own house. You're going to start developing that skill set that will last you your whole career.
Once they become indentured into the program, they'll come back every 3 months for 4 days.
We have to be good. We have to know what our training is and our skills are, because you're not just representing you, you're representing Mid-America Carpenters.
We spend a lot of time explaining to them what the union is, how it benefits them. A lot of these people come from jobs that are just hourly. There's no or little to no benefits in those jobs. And so we explain to them how this is going to benefit them when they become a carpenter.
Since last June, we've graduated 57 apprentices from PATS. 46 are still currently working. That's 80% retention.
I've been working at Perrick, and I've been doing commercial real estate. So far I've been doing finishing work the first 2 days, doing like doorknobs and putting shelves in the cabinets, and today I've been doing metal studs.
She's known as Queenie here on the job site, but just a remarkable student. She's got a long career here at Perrick, and we're happy to have her.
If they want this job, want to work at it, want to learn and show that they've got an aptitude for it, I mean, sky's the limit for them.
4 years, I should be a journeyman, I'm hoping. I'm gonna stick it out, I know that.
Contractors have called us and said, the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council Apprentice and Training Program have done a lot of great things. This is the best thing you have done in a long time.
While the contractors are thrilled with the results of Pat's finishing the program, it means even more to the participants who are now Mid-America Carpenters apprentices.
They call, they're excited, and they're really appreciative about the program, and they keep saying, thank you very much. You have changed my life.
Being a union apprentice carpenter makes me feel appreciated, makes me feel valuable, and it makes me feel special.
Trade up. Right here? Right now. Working for a non-union contractor, I never got a pay raise. Now I get a raise every year working as a union carpenter.
No matter how many kids you have, you know, you're fully covered. Every hour you work, money's going into your retirement, your annuity. For non-union, they don't have a school program, classes you can take.
You can take the commercial aspect of it, or you can go the residential.
Trade up.
Trade up.
Right here.
Right now.
Whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, community, or utility-scale solar systems, developers throughout the Midwest are integrating renewable energy systems into a variety of businesses and construction developments, and this demand is growing every day. The Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council are the skilled energy professionals in building and installing sustainable, precision-built structures, adding value at all the stages of construction.
They're able to look for key advantages that we might be able to implement to install them faster and better.
From solar arrays to wind turbine developments, the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council provides a professional, skilled, local workforce to build these renewable energy developments throughout the Midwest, providing the highest quality and safety standards in the industry. Insist on the best in delivering your project needs, on time and within budget.
Welcome back to Built to Last. Here today to discuss apprenticeships and training is Bob Jacobson, the Executive Director, Coordinator of the Mid-America Carpenters Apprentice and Training Program. Bob, thanks for joining us today.
I'm glad to be here.
What is an apprenticeship with the Mid-America Carpenters, and what are the requirements?
So an apprenticeship is working under a journey level person that has the skills. So you're allowed to learn those skills during that apprenticeship. The requirements, you're 17 years old, have a high school diploma, a GED, or 8 high school credits. You have a valid state ID. You pass a basic math test, and come in and we can get you signed up.
What does the apprenticeship program entail, and how long does it last?
Typically, the apprentice programs are a 4-year program, and that's a combination of on-the-job training and classroom.
What crafts are taught during an apprenticeship?
So carpentry covers a lot of different crafts within the industry. You know, residential carpenters, wood framing, houses, townhouses that you see. Commercial carpenters, that's metal studs, drywall, acoustical ceiling. We do concrete. We have a flooring program. We have millwrights. We have mill cabinets. So we've got a vast array of crafts that someone can get into the trade and figure out what they really enjoy.
Training with the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council is considered the gold standard in the industry. What sets it apart?
You know, the big thing with our training, it doesn't end at the end of the apprenticeship. We consider it career or lifelong training. So we offer skill advancement training for our journeyman carpenters out there, you know, so that they can continue to hone their skills. You know, our contractors, our industry partners, we're always looking at new innovative technologies, techniques that are in the industry, and we want to make sure that we've got the best highly skilled, highly trained craftsmen out there.
So how does someone become an apprentice?
You know, the thing would be to come in to one of the apprentice schools. They can come in and fill out the application, and with that requirements I mentioned earlier, we offer a 9-week pre-apprentice program. So for those that don't have any skills, can come in. We do 9 weeks pre-apprenticeship with them. They get a little taste of everything that we offer within the industry. But we also have contractors that sponsor apprentices in, and they sponsor them, and they come into the industry that way as well.
I've heard the phrase mentioned, earn while you learn. How does that work? I mean, it sounds great, right?
Absolutely, it is. And you know, the key with apprenticeships and working in the trades is it's really building a debt-free career. You know, you've got a 4-year apprenticeship where you're spending 1 week every 3 months at school. The rest of the time is on-the-job training, where you're earning while you learn. And you know, the apprentices start off a percentage of what the journeyman wages are for that area, and that advances over each year as they progress in their training.
So you're making money the whole time you're going through the apprenticeship?
Absolutely.
And it doesn't cost me a penny to start being an apprentice?
No, to get into the program, minimal cost for your books up front. And when you journey out, you're making top dollars.
And what about the benefits?
You know, the nice thing about working in the trades, and especially with the Union Carpenters, is we offer health care and a retirement, a pension. And you know, you don't see that a lot anymore, but our health care is second to none. You know, while you work, you're acquiring hours that make you eligible for those health benefits, and that's for you and your family.
What are some of the reasons people choose carpentry as a career, and what traits make a good carpenter?
You know, the first part of that, people are not always looking to go to college. You know, schooling, you know, they've had enough by the time they graduate high school, and they want to work with their hands and do more physical type of work. And you know what, if that's something they're looking for, like I mentioned earlier, all the crafts that we do, you can find your niche in the industry and make a long career of it. But someone that doesn't mind being physical and working in the industry, that's really the big asset they would have to get into.
So when going through the apprenticeship, you could fall into something that you like since you're learning all these trades that you're being taught.
Absolutely. And the key to that is during the apprenticeship that you try to do different things, because you know you're going to find your niche and what you can do that 30-year career within the industry. So you might as well try to get out there and try different crafts and try your hand at different things.
Where can people go to learn more about the apprentice program?
Across our region, we have 14 training centers, but I would direct them to our website at mactc.org.
All great info, Bob. Thank you so much for all the knowledge today.
No problem. Thank you.
That's all for this episode of Built to Last. Be sure to follow us on social media at Built to Last TV. We'll see you next time.